G'day guys, Ian from Cookies Critters, and today we're talking about how we freight our bearded dragons here at Cookies Critters. Now guys, if you are new to this channel and you haven't already done so, please do us a favour, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel and turn those post notifications, and we'll get started just after this intro. So guys, as I mentioned in the introduction, today we're talking about how we freight our reptiles here at Cookies Critters. Now, the first thing that you should be doing is you should be checking with your local aviation authority and your reptile freight company to find out what their specifications are to freighting animals. Now guys, different companies have different rules, but the way we do it here is we like to aim for above minimum standards. So guys, the day of the freight, we will never feed our animals. We will always feed them the day before, and the morning of the freight, we will give them a drink of water. And the reason why we do this, obviously they're not going to be in their enclosure, they're not going to be under a basking light, therefore they're not going to digest their food, and the risk of regurgitation, vomiting and choking is quite high. Other factors are obviously a full tummy. They will potentially open their bowel during the flight, make a mess, and it's just gross. You don't want to pull an animal out and it's covered in its own feces. That's just a hygiene point of view. Now guys, I touched on this before. Check the guidelines and the recommendations from the Aviation Authority and from the pet freighting company. There are allocated times that you do need to get your animal in before the flight. Typically, you're looking at about 90 to 120 minutes prior to the flight departing. Okay guys, so the first thing that we want to work on is our tub preparation. And what that means is that, as I discussed, you want to make sure that the tub is ventilated on all sides. Now, we've already gone ahead and done this ahead of time, but we're going to show you how we secure the corners with zip ties. And we want to do this before we put the dragon inside the enclosure, inside the tub, because obviously melting plastic creates fumes. We want to keep them away from that. So we've got the iron heating up now, and we're going to get to prepping these holes. Now guys, so simply all we need to do is pick a spot where we can penetrate through the lid and through the container. And once we're through, make sure it's big enough that the zip tie will go through. And that's it. It's simple as that, guys. Now guys, yes the container does have clips on there. Yes, we could use a packing tape to hold it down, but the zip ties are the preferred method. They are secure. There's less risk of tampering or the tape peeling off in this situation. And our primary goal here is the animal's safety. On a secondary to that, we want to ensure the animal handlers at the airport, their safety as well. Okay guys, so the 4 holes are melted in. Before that sets hard, we do need to crack that seal. Make sure that you do remember the orientation of which way the lid goes on. Right. Now, we want to line this tub so that way it creates a bit of privacy for the dragon. Now guys, simply butcher's paper or newspaper goes in both ways. And that's it. We leave the overhang for now. We are going to get the dragon now into its bag. So we'll push this across to the side. Okay guys, so we have our calico bag. It is turned inside out. We have checked the quality of it, that there's no loose threads on the inside. Simply, dragon goes in. We want to secure the bag down as small and as compact as possible, right? So that way the dragon can't move around. Simply what we do next is we get a zip tie. Zip tie around the base to prevent the dragon from coming out. You gotta like things being neat, cut off any excess. And that's it. So the dragon is packaged, it is safe, it's free from the environment, it can't see, it's gonna reduce its stress. So now, dragon goes into the container. Now, at this point, we do have a lot of loose space. Now, I've chosen this tub for a reason. I like this size tub to transport animals. It's big enough that you can stick a transport label on there, and it's big enough that the baggage handlers at the airport will see it. If you go for the smallest container possible to fit like a little gecko or a little snake, then you run the risk of that little container falling off the pallet, sliding away into a dark corner and not being found for 3 days. Guys, this is a true story. It has happened, not to me, but it has happened in the past. Packages have gone missing, so the bigger you can make your container, the safer it is that your animal is going to turn up at the desired time. Now, to fill the remaining space, this is where we use our shredded paper. So shredded paper all around. Now guys, we just want to keep this loosely packed. We don't want to be pressing it down and squashing on the Dragon. Right, that's about right. Simply, we can fold these corners down a bit. Clip the lid. Get our zip ties through the holes. I like to aim to have the excess cut-off bit facing down, so that way it doesn't have the risk of catching on someone's hand and possibly cutting them, because this does create a sharp edge when you cut the excess off. So guys, you know, please try being considerate of other people as well, not just yourself, not just your animals. Other people have to handle this, and the better that we do this, the better they're going to look after it. Last one. Okay, once again, go through, cut off your excess. Okay guys, at this stage, you can go the extra step and you can put a bit of packing tape around the side to keep that lid nice and sealed, and to potentially cover any of these sharp edges from the cut zip ties. Now, what we like to do is we also like to write the details of the person receiving the package, obviously on the other end at the airport. Now, name and phone number is important for this point. If the package label comes off and their name and their phone number is written on the lid, written on both sides of the tub, someone's going to see it, and hopefully a bit of common sense will prevail and they will call the number on that box. Guys, the final consideration is you got to obviously print off your freight, your airway billing number, and it has to be secured to the package itself. You go through, sign an aviation declaration, and that's you done until you have to go to the depot and actually hand this in to the freight terminal. Okay guys, so that's it. That's how we package our animals for freight here at Cookies Critters. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you are a potential breeder or you're looking at moving an animal interstate or even within the state but long distance, I hope this video has helped. If you did enjoy the video, please do hit that like button. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe and turn on those post notifications. And as always guys, if you've got them, keep your beard treated and your beardies heated.